Yeah, so today we'll be seeing the mathematical library methods in the ICSE board. So we'll be inbuilting the multiple functions over here. That is the inbuilt functions which is being stored in the library. So now I'll be starting it with the help of the minimum function. So here, students, I have created the class name as a minimum. Okay. So after the class is being completed, that is inside that I have created the main function, and in the main function I have created the variable name as a m. Okay, with the help of the data type as a integer. So that means m is gonna store me only the integer format, that is only the numerical value will be there, which is not at all supporting for the floating points. Now for the mathematical functions, the math is the keyword which is being stored in the BlueJ library. That means M should be in the capital uppercase, math. That is mathematics ka jo maths hota hai, math. So that math is inbuilt, and the name of my function is min, which is specifying me the function name as a minimum, and the user is going to specify the two values which will be in the brackets, that is as a argument ki tarah values rahega. Okay, so the two values are there, 4 comma 6. So which is the lower value, which is the minimum value?
4.
4. Yes, so now we are aware it is having the 4 is a minimum value. What about this case, which is the minimum value over here? 10.5,
16.
yes, 16.2.
10.5.
Correct. And what about this one? Minus 2.4, yeah, minus 6.4.
6.4.
Exactly. So the computer is going to specify me the minimum value which the user is going to specify in the brackets, that too with the help of the min function. So for that purpose, the syntax over here is I'll be declaring any sort of a variable which should be of a one word or a one alphabet should be there. So int m is equal to, and min kahan se derived hota hai? तो math करके मेरा package होता है internally. So that's why the math is being used. So mathematics dot minimum function and 4 comma 6. So that is number 1 comma number 2 semicolon. So this is the syntax for the this one. Okay, so now I'll just compile it, and now I'll show you there's no any error. Yeah, so see, if you observe it carefully, so मेरा यहाँ पर 4 and 6 is there. So the minimum value is I got it as a 4. Getting it, then the next is 10.5 and the least value is 6.4. So in this way, I'm getting the result for the minimum function. That too in the math package. Okay. So in the math library, multiple functions are there, which we'll be studying it now one by one. Okay, clear with this concept? So that means what it is happening it girls, that this function is returning me the minimum of the two numbers, and the return value depends upon the value as a argument of the function. So this 4 is nothing but the argument, 6 is nothing but the argument. Okay. So the arguments, it may matter, it may be here the argument is in the integer format. Here in this case the argument is in the double format. Same way here the argument is in the double format, that too with the a negative sign is there. So it doesn't get affected. The min function is handling all these things. Clear?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Any query in this? Simple hai funda?
Yeah.
Okay. So now same thing maximum ke liye karenge. So I'll just close this thing. Now we'll be implementing the maximum function. So for the maximum function, max is the function name. Okay, max. So same way, once again, कोई भी जो mathematical functions use करना है, for that purpose, always keep in mind that I'll be making use of a math, that is a mathematical keyword over here, and then only I'll be giving the extension for the minimum or for the maximum, or for the root, square root, cube root, and so on, etc., etc. Getting it? So int a is equal to math. So now same program is there. Only the thing is that wherever the min is there, over there only I'll be making a replacement with a max. So the max is nothing but I'll be finding out the maximum number between two numbers. So once again over here 4 and 6 are the argumental values, which is the integer value. Here 10.5 and 16.2. So in this case क्या output आना चाहिए?
16.2.
Yeah, and what about this one? इसमें maximum
Minus
value
2.4.
-2.4. So just keep it in mind, जो negative में है पहले जो least number आता है, that is a least number है, that is the greatest number according to the series wise, right? मतलब 0 1 2 3 4 it goes on increasing, but when we come it in the reverse order, 0 के पहले कौन सा number आता है? 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, like that, right? So same way the negative format is also there. So the range is getting increasing. So the maximum number is here, the -2.4, and the minimum is -6. So I'll just compile this program and I'll execute it. Yeah, see. So cross check the values with the coding part. So if you have any query, you can ask me. So this was about the minimum and maximum, which is very same to same coding part as the only I have replaced the min keyword with the max one. Okay.
Mm.
So just to take a screenshot of this one, output as well as the input one, so that you will be practicing it on your system.
Ma'am took the screenshot.
Okay, fine. So no doubt with both the functions, clear? सी गर्ल्स
Yes.
जैसे अभी हम लोग ने टोकन्स किया था, राइट? नेक्स्ट फंक्शन टोकन था, देन नेक्स्ट लाइन था, देन नेक्स्ट एंटर, नेक्स्ट फ्लोट, नेक्स्ट शॉर्ट एंड ऑल, नेक्स्ट कैर 80 एंड ऑल. ओके, सो सेम वे वैसे ही जहां पर स्कैनर के अंदर वी हैव इम्प्लीमेंटेड द टोकन्स और द फंक्शंस. फंक्शन ही कहते हैं उसको हम लोग, बट इन द नॉर्मल इंग्लिश लैंग्वेज वी कॉल इट एज अ टोकन्स, बट इन द टेक्निकल लैंग्वेज वी कॉल इट एज अ फंक्शन. सो सेम वे हियर आल्सो आई एम मेकिंग यूज ऑफ अ मैथमेटिकल फंक्शंस. So ऐसे ही कुछ 8 to 10 mathematical functions है which we are having it in this chapter. Okay, so the syntax and all everything is same. Now we'll move to the third function, which is known as a cube root. Okay, so cube root, if I want to find out the cube root of any number, so I have taken the example as a 4446. So if I want to find out the cube root of a number, so for that purpose the function name is cbrt. Okay, so once again math.cbrt is the, all right, and here I have taken the name as a cube. Okay, I should take a cube root, but it doesn't get any affected, as I have told you earlier also, you can take your own name also. Just only the thing is that whichever the keyword you will be taking it, sorry, whichever the name you will be taking it, that doesn't should be a keyword. Okay, जैसे अभी ये CBRT है ना, तो अगर मैंने यहाँ पर CBRT लिया तो obviously the compiler is going to throw you the error, because that keywords can't be initialized with any another name, like it may be a class name, or it may be like a function name, or it may be like a object name, like that. Getting it? So I have make a use of a class cube root over here, and inside that every variable is having, that is the m, n and o variable is having the data type double. Okay, so the syntax is data type variable name is equal to math.cbrt. So cbrt is nothing but the cube root of which number. So whichever the user wants to find out the cube root of that number, so the user is going to specify it. And two, I want to display the output on my output screen. So for that purpose, system से output लेना है और print करना है. तो क्या print करना है, तो वो string में मुझे लिखना पड़ता है, that is double quotes में, that is result of cube root value is. And for the concatenation, I'm making use of a plus m. so that this m will be getting connected. और ये m क्यों connect होगा, क्योंकि m के अंदर this value is stored. So same thing, you need to copy paste it, but only the variable numbers are there that I have changed it. So just see it over here. Cube root, I have taken the 4446, 3375, and the last one I have taken it purposely as a negative number. So I'll quickly show you how the result is getting displayed over here. Yeah, oh, just ignore that part. So see, this cube root of that first number is, you can now, yeah, so compare it. So 4446. So what I got, the cube root of this, that's 16.44. So if you have any query, you can check it with the calculator also, that the answers are correct. Or else if you are by hearted with any sort of a numbers, so that number you can enter it over here, and then you can cross check it whether your result is right or not. So the cube root of 3375, which is being specified in your textbook, so you're getting the result as a 15.0. Dear, it's getting it. Why? Because here I have specified the data type as a double, so that's why it is giving me a approx answer. Getting it? It's not giving me only a 15, if, though it is having the value as a 15 only, but the system is giving me a approx answer. Getting it? So now if I'm coming to the minus 26.4, so the cube root of this is minus 2.97 and all. Getting it? Now suppose if I make a 10, and then, yeah, see, so I'm getting the result as properly. These values have got modified, others are same thing. Getting it? Clear? Any query till
Yes,
here?
ma'am. No.
No, ma'am.
Okay, both of them, no? Yeah. Yeah, same thing, I'm getting it, but that too I'm getting it in the negative value. Okay, so now I'll just show the another one, which will be taking the next function, which is the power one. So that is the power is the name of the inbuilt function. So power के लिए pow करके keyword use करना पड़ता है. Okay, so that is POW. So over here I have just simply specified the just uh, essential syntax over here, like a double n is the data type and math dot power. So mathematical के अंदर power के लिए pow करके keyword use किया जाता है. So see power, how we get it? So like that, if I 4 to the power 5, yes or no? Abhi I can't type it in the subscript superscript, yes or no? So 4 raised to 5 हम लोग type करते हैं ना, yes or no?
Yes.
या सो 4 raised to 2 करना है सपोज, तो जो 4 है ना, तो ये दिस इज द फर्स्ट नंबर और जो रेज टू है ना पावर, सो फॉर दैट पर्पस minus 3.8, so that is nothing but my power value is there. So the first number is there, which is my initial value, initial number is there, and minus 3.8, which will be the power value. Okay, so I'll show you. Suppose if I take it 2 to the power 3, 2 to the 4, 4 to the 8, yes or no? So I'll just show you the both the possibilities. Yeah, it's throwing me error. Why it's throwing? Because here the data type with the variable name is same, which should not be the same one. Now I'll compile it. Hopefully it will be executed. Yeah, now power one I'll execute it and see the output. See, 2 to the 4 and 4 to the 8, and the power value for this initial is 0.0. I'll just Once again, I'll execute it for you and just see. So you are aware with this thing, no? 2 to the power 3. So इसके लिए 8.0 I have showed you. But the previous one, it's not by hearted, no? So you might not be aware. Yes or no? Okay, so this is the power method inbuilt.
Ma'am,
Yeah,
can you explain the initial value and the power thing again?
yeah, sure. Okay, so once again, see that is the n is the data type. Oh, sorry, double is the data type, and the variable is declared with the name as a n and math dot power. So mathematical dot power is the okay. So a raised to 2 लिखते हैं ना हम लोग. That is nothing but the power. Yes or no? Suppose, yeah, I'll show you one sec. I'll show you the online only. Yeah. See, as you are seeing on the screen, 8 square. Yes or no? So 8 square मतलब क्या हुआ ये? 8 raised to 2 is there, no?
Yes.
Yeah. So that 2 is nothing but which we call it as a power, and 8 is nothing but my number is there, which is known as the initial. So whichever my 2 is there, that is a power is there, that many times I need to multiply with that initial one. Yes or no? So that's why the 2 says that 8 is multiplied twicely. So that is 8 eights. I'm getting it the 64. Getting it? So this is 8 is nothing but the base, and just see it on the right side. 2 is nothing but the exponent, or the another name is the index, or the another name is power, or I can also call it as the magnitude. So these are the different terms which I'm making use of over here. So in the technical term, we are making use of a power Q, क्योंकि it is stored inbuilt in the BlueJ library as a pow करके for the power. Getting it concept? So मतलब जो अभी 8 square है ना ये. So I'll show you one more thing. So 8 is my initial number and 2 is nothing but my exponent or the power is there. Got it now?
Okay, got it.
कैसे declaration लिखना है? And now I'll be compiling it and we'll see it. Yeah. So see, 8 8s are 64. We got it. And this is the power for the first number. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now one more thing I want to explain you. I guess textbook may I didn't remember it's there or not, but still I just want to give you some extra thing over here. Suppose if I'm making use of a negative number. Getting it? So अभी negative number है तो क्या? See, we are getting the power value or the raised to value in the positive number. So yeah, see this thing I have got it over here. That negative number is also supportive in the BlueJ. Like see, maths में तो आता है negative one. No, not a doubt in the maths subject. But if I'm making use of a negative value in the assembly language program, so assembly language program मतलब microprocessor में. तो एक माइक्रो प्रोसेसर 8085 करके एक प्रोग्रामिंग लैंग्वेज है. ठीक है, जिसको हम लोग बोलते हैं असेंबली लैंग्वेज. तो वो लैंग्वेज में मेरा नेगेटिव नंबर सपोर्ट नहीं करता है. सो ऐसे बहुत सारे मेरे टेक्निकल लैंग्वेजेस है कि कुछ लैंग्वेज मतलब मोस्टली ना 85 to 90 लैंग्वेजेस में नो डाउट the positive as well as the negative numbers both are supported. But some exceptional languages are there where the negative values are not supporting it. So for the better understandable from point of view, I have just told you that this negative values are also supportable over here. Got it?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I'm giving you a time of a 30 seconds. So just again quickly brush up with the minimum function, maximum, cube root, and par. So for the functions, if it is
Okay.
clear, I'll proceed further. I hope you have taken a screenshot of this.
Ma'am,
Hmm.
ma'am, I have a doubt in math.power.
बोलो ना क्या डाउट है पावर में.
Ma'am, in the copy which I have sent you, they have shown an example. Can you explain that?
कहाँ पर है? Where you have sent it?
मैम जो मैथमेटिकल
अच्छा.
लाइब्रेरी मेथड्स की
ओह,
उसमें
मतलब टेक्स्ट बुक के
123
इसमें
पे.
ये बात कर रहे हो क्या?
हाँ
Okay,
हाँ
just tell me the page number.
123.
123. या हाँ क्या है 123 में?
मैम जो वो लोग ने जो रिजल्ट वाला सॉल्व किया है उसमें जो थर्ड वो लोग ने वैल्यू डाला है वो
NaN
मुझे
ना?
समझ. हाँ
बच्चा स्क्वायर रूट अभी तक हम लोग ने नहीं किया है. You are saying the wrong concept. That is the further topics which I need to cover it. मैंने 122 तक ही कवर किया है. पावर क्यूब रूट कवर किया है मैंने. मैक्सिमम एंड मिनिमम मैंने स्क्वायर
got
रूट
it.
कवर नहीं किया है. ठीक है. Who asked it?
मृण्मयी.
Wow. So this
Sorry
shows the
मैम.
presence of mind. हेडेक अभी तक है कि क्या?
नहीं मैम.
Okay. Fine. So now,
मुझे लगा कि कंटिन्यूड है वो. Okay.
no, all the functions are different and they are playing their own individual roles. Yeah, one more thing I'll be explaining you in the power also, that 8.0 and 2.0 also you can take it. So it's not like that 8 to the power 2 and all. Okay, so matlab you can take this decimal values also, negative values also, positive values also. So all the numbers are being supportive in the power. ओके. और जो अभी आपने क्वेश्चन पूछा तो वो स्क्वायर रूट का है, वहां पर सपोर्टिव नहीं है. गेटिंग इट? से देखो सेम आंसर है 0.0 लेके भी. ओनली द डिफरेंस इज दैट इट इज गिविंग मी अप्रॉक्स आंसर बिकॉज आई एम मेकिंग यूज ऑफ अ डबल डेटा टाइप. इंट लिखा तो सिर्फ 64 देगा. ठीक है.
Yes ma'am.
ओके. सो नाउ आई विल प्रोसीड with the square root. So I'll just change the name over here. Square root. Okay, so over here, same thing. Once again, it is implemented, but only the instead of a cube root, the square root is there. I hope you are aware with the difference with the square root and cube root, no?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay, fine. So anything raised to the 2 is nothing but the square root, and anything raised to the 3 is nothing but the cube root. So over here स्क्वायर रूट के लिए जैसे क्यूब रूट के लिए CBRT था, वैसे स्क्वायर रूट के लिए SQRT is the inbuilt function stored with the math function. So whichever the square root number, if or whichever the square root value you want of that specific number, so that enter that value in the brackets as the argumental one. So I have entered the value as a 225. Second case, once again copy paste the both the same lines again and again. Only the thing is over here what it will be gonna change, the variable name which you are initializing it at the initial one, that should be specified at the end, n. So over here this 200.5, and the third case I have taken it as a 196. So I have showed you the two positive numbers and one is with the decimal numbers. So now I'll just show you the execution. It's getting compiled, and now see, you're getting the result as a 15, 14.15 and 40. So the first number is the second number is the 200.5 and the next is the 196. So see, it's giving me the square root which is very nearest to the number, but with that too with a very approx number. So got the difference?
Yes, ma'am.
Now I'll show you that minus 196 if I'm taking it. Okay. So yeah, once again, it's getting compiled and just check. See, in the initial one, I'm getting the 14.0. And now in this case, I'm getting a NaN, which is nothing but a not a number. ओके सो नॉट ए नंबर मतलब क्या कि मैथमेटिक्स में कभी भी नेगेटिव नंबर का स्क्वायर रूट नहीं निकलता है. So always we are getting the square root of a positive number. So just highlight the statement while during the examination also, when you're writing the paper, just specify these things very clearly that the square root of a positive number is so and so, that is like 196 is 40 or 200 is 14.1598 and so on if your number is being by hearted. Okay, so जैसा भी मुझे ये 225 by heart था, so I have used that one only so that I'm aware na that my answer is correct. So always make a note on your notes also that जो numbers तुम्हारे by hearted है वही exam में लिखना है, and the another thing is that I always get the square root of a positive number and not of a negative number. And yeah, the second case is if the ये भी लिखना है तुम लोग को एग्जाम में, if the user is specifying the negative number for the square root, that is the square root of a negative number, then the compiler is going to specify me the output as a NaN, which is nothing but a not a number. Got it? So just I hope you will be highlighting this point in your
Ma'am,
notes. Yeah,
I have a doubt.
yeah, yeah.
Can we use float instead of double?
Sorry.
Can we use float instead of double?
Yeah, just a sec. You can use it, not an issue. Only the thing is that अगर float use किया, yes, it's showing me error because I won't be getting the see incompatibility types issue है. Double जो है ना वो float भी उसी में cover कर लेता है. So that's why we make a use of a double. Yeah. See, the float is not supportive in this case. In this case ही नहीं बेटा, बाकी cases में भी ज्यादातर support नहीं करता है float. Okay, because the incompatibility issues आते हैं. Incompatibility issues मतलब क्या, जो भी हम लोग type conversions करते हैं, that is from one data type to another data type. So that conversion is getting impossible to the compiler. So very extreme level का कौन सा है मेरा? That is nothing but the double one, which is making you supportive to the float also as well as to the integer also. So, if I compile it, it will be showing me the error on only this line. So yes, so even if you are having the external exams like Viva exams and all, so you can also specify or you can say that this double data type is only a supportive one, not a float. Okay, float and double में ही
Okay.
ज्यादातर comparison होता है, not to in the int या फिर short या फिर character में. Okay, yes, good question. Fine. So understood with the NaN, no? No query in this?
Not
No,
very.
understood.
Okay, so now Uh, Hopefully you have taken the screenshot. Yeah. Okay, so now I'll proceed with another program. So till now, 5 functions we have covered it. Now the next one is logarithm. So over here, once again for the logarithm, log function is being used. So that is log. क्यूब रूट के लिए क्या है?
CBRT,
CBRT. स्क्वायर रूट के लिए क्या है?
SQRT,
पावर के लिए क्या है?
POW.
यस करेक्ट. सो सेम वे लॉगरिथम के लिए क्या है? log. नो डाउट मैक्स एंड मिन का तो याद रहेगा. दैट इज द मैक्सिमम एंड मिनिमम वन, बिकॉज that usually we specify for the minimum and maximum value. We always use the shortcut keywords over there. So as it is being in the library also inbuilt. So now once again that log one more thing, see, just make a note of this thing, that whenever you are specifying the minimum functions, so girls, tell me, when I'm making use of a minimum functions, how many numbers I'm using it? 1, 2 or 3? Which option?
मैम which minimum or maximum?
Minimum के लिए. When I'm using a minimum function, so how many numbers I'm using it as a arguments? How many?
Three,
कितना time?
one,
2 numbers.
Exactly. Maximum numbers के लिए कितने numbers use करते हैं as a argument? 2 numbers. Square root के लिए कितने
2
use करते हैं?
स्क्वायर
one,
रूट के स्क्वायर रूट के
Yes.
लिए 1 यूज करते हैं.
Very good. Square root के लिए 1, cube root के लिए?
one,
Perfect.
1
What about power?
2
Very good.
2,
क्योंकि एक सेकेंड वाला जो होता है वो रेस टू वाला नंबर होता है, जिसको हम लोग पावर कहते हैं या फिर एक्सपोनेंट और इंडेक्स, एंड फर्स्ट नंबर इज नथिंग बट द इनिशियल. एंड द लास्ट इज द लॉगरिथम. लॉगरिथम के लिए कितने यूज करते हैं? यू कैन गेस इट.
1
करेक्ट. वेरी गुड. So just make sure with this thing, because the rest of thing जो ये math.log or math.min, math.max, math.sqrt, cbrt, this thing will be remembered in your exam. So where you will be getting stuck up or where you will be doing the mistake, so as the argument में तुम लोग mistake करोगे. And one more thing just highlighted कि square root में negative number specify नहीं करना है. And see, अगर exam में ज़्यादा confusion हो रहा है ना, so don't make use of the higher numbers and all. Always make use of the simpler numbers, that too with the positive numbers. Okay, so don't go for the enhanced level. If you are sure, then only go, or else it may be the chances of getting the marks deducted, right? Okay, so over here in the logarithm, once again, for the logarithm, we are making use of the inbuilt function, that is nothing but the log, and the log I wanted for the 6.25. Same thing, the string which I wanted, I'll be making use. See, I have purposely I have making use of the 3 different variations. So in the first variation, I have making use of the floating points. Decimal number use kar rahe hai. Next one, 665. That is a positive number. And the last one is the minus 123, which is the negative number. Okay, so 3 different variations are there.
मैम
Yeah.
आई हैव अ डाउट.
Hmm.
आपने थर्ड वेरिएशन में क्यूब रूट वैल्यू क्यों लिखा है?
अरे, I forgot to. अभी just right now I have copy pasted it, I guess.
Okay.
या फिर I would have forgot to recorrect over here. कौन था? इमरान में ही थी.
Yes, ma'am.
Wow, you are a good observer then. Good, good. Presence of mind वापस आ गया लगता है. Yeah, so see, I have make a mistake in this case, but still the compiler is not care about that thing. Why? Because it is nothing but string format. So if you write it any rubbish data also over here, if I write it any ABC XYZ, so straight away compiler मुझे ABC XYZ करके print करेगा and जो भी value है that value will be displayed. I'll just clear it and once again I'll show you because the garbage value is there on the output screen. Yeah, see. So just cross check both the things. First is the logarithm for the 6.25. Yeah, I'm getting the 1.83, so and so. Then if I'm specifying mentioning the 665, I'm getting the log of the 6.49. I hope you are aware how to remove the log from the logbook or not. Yes?
What, ma'am?
Are you aware how to remove the log from the logbook of any number?
हम लोग को था लॉगरिथम, अभी चैप्टर पूरा सिलेबस में निकाल दिया है, तो भी सिखाया हम लोग को.
सिखाया नहीं है.
सिखाया है, पता है.
Okay, okay, fine. So you can check it, cross check it with your logbook also whether these numbers are correct or not. Obviously, the computer doesn't never ever shows the wrong value. So what I want to show you from this program that 6.25 floating numbers, yeah, I'm getting the result. If I'm taking the positive number, yeah, I'm getting the result. But if I'm specifying the negative number for the logarithm, yes, it will be gonna specifying me a wrong input. That is not a number, which is being specified as a NaN by the BlueJ compiler. Getting it? So you just make a note in your notes that square root and logarithm, the negative numbers are unsupportive. After completing that, just take a screenshot of this thing.
Done, ma'am.
Okay, fine. So here we have completed with the logarithm function